banner going on right now. I don't even celebrate that. I'm black, got Obama, all that.
Now, Mavericks owner Mark Cuban told the Dallas Morning News today, I have explained to him that cell phone cameras are not your friend, and that what you think you said on camera is never what people will hear when it shows up on YouTube or TV. Josh really is a good guy with a great heart. He just doesn't do a good job of showing that side of himself publicly. We will work on that. But this latest issue is hardly the first for Josh Howard. Let's say hello to Robert Scoop Jackson. You read him on ESPN.com's page 2. And we also say hello to Kevin Blackistone from AOL Sports, who has spent much of his professional career in Dallas. It's good to have you guys here. Scoop, given what we know to be, at least publicly, the recent track record off the court of Howard, how big a deal is this?
Well, it can be a big deal. I mean, because you're seeing a trail, and this is not the type of trail that you want to leave as a professional athlete, where they become like trails of baggage that you have to carry with you along the way. And in the climate that America's in right now, to come off as being unpatriotic is not good on the back of all the things that have been going on with Josh Howard for the last 5 months.
Kevin, your take?
Yeah, I would have to agree with that, and the really sad thing about it is that Josh Howard at one time had Dallas in the palm of his hand. He was an underrated player coming into this league. He proved himself to be one of the most important parts of the team, and with these incidents the last few months, his whole persona there, I think, has been turned upside down. And I would be surprised if in a city like Dallas, where the red, white, and blue is so strong,
right,
that he survives staying on that team this year.
You really think this could be fatal to his remaining in the city?
I do think that. They do not take lightly to these sorts of remarks about the flag.
Even if it was joking? Even
if it was joking. I don't think a lot of people think that you should joke about this kind of thing.
All right. Now, that might be what the Mavs may do in a personnel sense. Scoop, we invited Mark Cuban here today. He took a pass on our invitation. We saw what he said to the Dallas papers. What do you think the Mavericks may do in a sense of discipline? Aside and apart from trading, if it comes to that, what do you think they may do or should do?
I think Mark had a conversation with him, and that's fine. They're going to continue to do that, and try to keep him on the right path if he stays with the team. He has to really be productive to get away from this. But the bigger problem in this situation is that you're dealing with the area of patriotism, and it's not just the Dallas Mavericks. It's just any other team. And that's why I said earlier about the baggage, Bob, is that this is the type of baggage you don't want to have on you because it goes beyond the Dallas Mavericks. Which team wants to pick up somebody that is being, labeled as unpatriotic? So it's not just Dallas' situation, it's anybody. If Mark Cuban decides to let him go, what other team is going to pick him up?
What about discipline in the here and now? I mean, Mark Cuban seems to be the last guy among all owners in that league that would do something for appearance's sake. But he may feel that he needs to impose, or do you think that he doesn't feel the scoop to impose discipline here?
I don't know. I mean, in situations like this, we looked at what happened in the NFL, where Roger Goodell started to come down on behavioral issues, and you're seeing a pattern here with Josh Howard. And it's like, you know what? Does the commissioner need to step down and say, all right, look, man, these are 4 incidents in the last 5 months that's happened with you that are not good PR for this league. Now, it may be beyond Mark Cuban to come in and do something, but I don't know what other discipline you do because it was happening on his off time, but there is a trail going in, so they may have to say some type of precedent, not necessarily disciplinary, but some type of precedent maybe needs to be laid down to him from somebody bigger than the owner of the team.
Well, Kevin, if you posit a possible trade before we get to that point, is there something that the team may feel it needs to do?
Well, I mean, they may need to fine him or something like that. It's a long ways to go between now and the start of the season, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if they implemented some sort of fine. I think that would probably be in accordance with some of their rules. I mean, at the end of the day, what Mark Cuban's got is a product that he's trying to sell to the public, and he doesn't want to have a product down there that the public, parts of it that the public may not want to buy.
He's a 20-point scorer, though.
He is a 20-point scorer, that's true, but it's not like they couldn't find another guy to come in there and fit into that mix. This is a team that has had a lot of moving parts the last few years, and not only that, let's not forget, Mark Cuban is a Maverick, not just in the sense of the name of the team, but in his business sense, and he sold a business that he started that was very near and dear to his heart, and I'm sure he wouldn't think twice about parting with a player. He let Steve Nash get away.